All right, Steve, this is very topical because you happen to be in your shed right now. Can we please see more about your shed? I feel like we are all sleeping on the talent and effort it took to make that thing. So I think a lot of people were very impressed with the shed sort of snippets that we gave in one of the previous Q&As.
Yeah, well, you're seeing more of it now. So as I said, I am in the shed because of reasons that we've probably already spoken of. Yeah, well, basically, if you want to see more of it, you have to sign up to our Floatplane or Patreon accounts because I did a lot of behind the scenes. Well, I did it as much as I could. I was hoping to do a lot more behind the scenes content, but as it turns out, I don't envy the guys that do a lot of renos and building projects because keeping the camera safe, like thousands of dollars worth of audio and video equipment while you're building and that is very difficult. And without a dedicated camera person, which I obviously don't have, that was hard. So I filmed as much as I could, which wasn't as much as I would have liked to, but it is what it is. And well, I guess thank you for the kind words. I'm glad I was actually really surprised. I didn't think people would really pay that much attention to it. It's just the shed build. But yeah, the comment section was pretty largely dominated by comments about the shed. So maybe if I can come up with some other B-roll, I'll send that to Tim and he can lay it in now into this part of the video if there's anything interesting. But yeah, it's not super interesting inside.
It's pretty interesting that you're able to build the vast majority of it by yourself. And as someone that's been there, it is really big. Like, it is genuinely...
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine building something like that. So, yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So at times my wife helped me, like when I did the timber frame, she helped me stand those up. I don't know how much they weighed, but I nearly popped something, I swear, trying to pick those because I did like whole walls in one section just because it's a lot easier to keep it square. The probably some of the bigger challenges were, so I had my wife help at times and then her father, so my father-in-law, and when I brought Le Colorbond sheets down, my dad came and helped with that as well. So a bit of a family effort, so I can't take all the credit. But yeah, I engineered, designed it and basically built it. And I think the hardest part, which a few people were like, there's no way you could have done this by yourself, was basically the structure's held up, or what adds a lot of strength to it are 100 by 100 steel beams that are 4 mil thick, and they come in 8 meter lengths. I think they're about 120 to 150 kilos per beam. So I carried that down with, I think my wife's father-in-law. So two of us carried them down here. And then to stand them up, I drilled a hole with an excavator. And then my father-in-law held a bit of timber in the back of the hole. And then I put the beam on my shoulder and then walked down it as I slid it into the hole, all 120, 150 kilos of it. And I did about 28 of those over 2 days. And my shoulder here was just black. Like, it was so badly bruised from doing that. So that was hard. Putting up like the sea purlins for the roof, they're 15 meters long and they're easily 150 kilos. And I did them actually by myself. So that was hard. I basically had to grab one end of it and walk up the ladder. That was quite the gym exercise. Thankfully, the ladder didn't crumble with both of our weight. And then put it on one end, shuffle it out, and then push it back the other way. But it took me 18 months to build it. It was just a side project that I filmed every now and then for the Patreon members. Well, yeah, obviously it was during a very, very busy period of the channel. So It was like if I had half a day, here or a couple of hours there, I'd come down here and do what I could do and then get back to benchmarking. And yeah, thankfully a lot of the benchmarking and all that sort of work we can do late at night when it's dark and you're not going to be outside doing all that sort of stuff. So anyway, it was fun. I really enjoyed doing this stuff. The project was probably, the shed project's probably the biggest single project I've done. Yeah, really happy with how it turned out. So 10 years of messing around gave me enough experience to take this one on. But anyway, thanks to everyone who left a nice comment. And yeah, if you want to see more, Patreon or Floatplane. Cool. But yeah, there'll be more stuff to come in the future as well. Anyway, probably a long enough answer on that one. I think we should probably get on to the next one, Tim.